This is Shelley Neese, managing editor of the Jerusalem Connection. On February 11th, 1986, exactly 25 years ago, Natan Sharansky was released from the Siberian labor camp where he was held prisoner for 9 years. Sharansky had been taken prisoner in the Soviet Union because of his efforts as a human rights activist and also to get Soviet Jews exit visas to Israel. Sharansky's own exit visa to Israel was denied for 12 years, separating him from his wife this whole time. But finally, Mikhail Gorbachev agreed to release Sharansky as part of a political prisoner exchange. This was thanks to the tireless efforts of his wife Avital and also the strong hand of President Ronald Reagan. In his biography, Sharansky tells the story about when he was out-processed from the KGB prison camps and about to board the plane that would bring him to freedom. But he had no idea what was going on. All he knew was that the KGB officers had confiscated his Hebrew Psalms book. This Psalms book was his most cherished possession, his only possession during the days of the Gulag, and he says that the Psalms were his constant words of encouragement, even though he could barely read the Hebrew. And on that day, he was not going anywhere without him. He says he was literally scared to be without them. So he slumped down in the snow and demanded that the Psalms book be returned before he boarded the plane. The KGB officers did return it, and Sharansky arrived a couple days later to a hero's welcome in Israel. After 2.5 decades of public service in Israel, Sharansky has consistently displayed that same integrity and moral consistency and courage that he displayed that day on the Russian tarmac. As an author, political activist, dissident, and now the chairman of the Jewish Agency, Sharansky has never got his moral compass confused. And I think now, in a time that we're all frustrated by a lack of integrity in politics, Sharansky stands out as a rare jewel. And on this anniversary, I think it's entirely appropriate to celebrate this inspiringly idealistic man who, like the psalmist, just speaks truth from his heart. And by the way, Sharansky still carries that Psalms book with him today. Blessed is he who liberates the imprisoned. Shavua Tov.